Break up with you way before they actually break up with you.
Yep, it's a cold world, my dude. What's crazy is that not only will she do that, but they'll look for your replacement in the midst of doing that to avoid being alone when the time comes.
Candy?
You already know if I'm going to take it?
Wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't.
But if you already know, how can I make a choice?
Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it.
Welcome, my friends, to the RP Experience. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters. Before we get started, please hit the like button. I give you a second to do that. And thank you very much. And don't forget, you can subscribe and share. I have plenty of videos that you guys can check out. And of course, I talk about relationships between men and women. So some other things in there. Anyway, today's video is about something that I'm surprised I missed. I meant to cover this in my early videos, but I didn't. And if I did do it, I probably would have did it over. Anyway, today's video is going to be about the monkey branch technique. What is it? Where did it come from? Why do some men talk about this? Well, I talk about this. Wait a minute. Let me adjust this just a little bit. Okay, right there. The monkey branch technique is a thing that men have come up to explain how women jump to another man. There's a clip in a Mission Impossible movie, but it's not really long. And plus, I would have to look for it within the movie, so I'm not sure. But that was a perfect way of just saying it, just to get to the point. Anyway, I have a short video here that these two guys are going to cover this, and then I'm going to add my 2 cents right after.
Break up with you way before they actually break up with you.
Yep, it's a cold world, my dude. What's crazy is that not only will she do that, but they'll look for your replacement in the midst of doing that to avoid being alone when the time comes. That's the only reason why she ain't cut the cord, my nigga. I think, like, girls from the jump are not individualistic. Their traits require camaraderie. Fuck, they even go to the bathroom together, my nigga. Then they come to a conclusion like, this isn't gonna work, but I could still get something out of this. The resources that you, the sucker, give her during this period of her incubating to try to either get with the next dude or try to end shit with you is solely just to take advantage of the situation. Please don't ask me why this shit occurs, bro, because I don't fucking know. All I know is the game. That's it. Actually, I do know. I'm tripping. When you have an abundance of things, you don't appreciate it, you abuse it. With girls, usually it's in the form of attention. With dudes, it's in the form of strength. So when a girl has one dude on the ropes buying her drinks, but he won't, I don't know, buy her food during her lunch period, she gonna find another nigga that's gonna fill in that role. Oh yeah. Nigga, bro, don't, like, really, you gotta understand how rare it is for somebody of the opposite gender to settle down in their prime, because the amount of suckers that are available in the world for her to just boop, 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 and like take advantage of, my nigga. Hey, that's why I love me a good little one night stand. You feel me? Because it's like, bro, like, what is the benefit nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Well, at least at my age. Because, yeah.
Now I got the camera perfect, but I'm not going to record that over. What he was saying, damn, he's right. You go on a group date with like, men and women. A lot of times the women will get up, well, especially if it's just like 2 or 3 of them. They'll get up at the same time and all go to the bathroom about how the date is going and how the dudes are and all that other stuff. Or either they're going to concoct what they're going to do to get out of the situation, or if they are down to do what they going to do. So, yeah, the dude was spot on with that. Now, he said it perfectly of how monkey branching works. And why does it happen? It's the bigger, better deal thing, or it's the guy that's there, or they're bored, or either maybe they can get something a little bit more from that other dude. Now the thing though, I do want to stress, because I know a lot of women creators do this thing, and even men creators do this thing. So I'm not going to say all women do this. This is why we try to separate women into females, women, and ladies. Females will definitely do this. I still have to do that video on the different types of women. But like I say, that one's going to be a complicated endeavor. I tried to cut it down basically of the different states, or the different, well, I can't really say that the different forms of women, but those 3 classes right there, if you can find out go to that video, find out what personality traits that she has, you can see what she falls into. Now understand, sometimes somebody can be in between, a woman could have personality traits of the woman, and then also some negative female traits. So yes, I stress for you to check that out. But yes, females will definitely do the hopscotch. Also, women that are like really beautiful, which a lot of times they do fall into that female thing. A woman or a lady can be like really beautiful, but I believe like ladies are really modest with their beauty, which, like I say, these days that is really rare, because it's pushed on them to be out there, to be free, and to explore their sexuality. So, I do believe most women fall into that middle category of women, except for they can go either way, or they can have personality traits of either one of those 2 extremes. But great thing that he said is, yes, a lot of women have abundance of attention. Now, is that their fault? No. That's how men are built, and that's how simps actually mess up the marketplace, because they are giving those women, especially depending on how attractive they are, so much attention. So it gives them this sea of options. And I always look at women that are beautiful as almost a man that's like a millionaire. and attractive. Now, of course, though, a Channing Tyrone has the same perks almost as a beautiful woman, but if he has status to go with his looks as well, then he's the equivalent of that beautiful woman. So with the beautiful woman, she has men coming at her at all angles, even though she may choose a man for a while, you know. And sometimes I see why sometimes they choose the man that challenges them the most and send them on those emotional highs, because they have almost the same type of men presenting themselves to them, you know, kissing their ass and being nice to them and stuff. And the thing is, though, it may not be authentic because, of course, those guys are just trying to get something or get next to them or so. So of course, though, I guess they'll try to pick the guy that seems the most real to them. Unfortunately, a lot of times that guy sometimes seems to be the bad guy. But as I say, to come back around, yes, a lot of females and even women, when they are in a relationship and the relationship is failing, is falling apart, you know, they don't break up with you right away. What they do is, with all those orbiters and all those other men that's interested in them, they will choose one of them, the one that I guess they're getting some excitement from. They'll start forming something from him, and this is where I think like gray area cheating comes in, you know. So I don't want to hear this thing that women don't cheat. Women cheat too, they just cheat better, and they don't always go purely physical, but they do things with that significant other person to start building a bond. And then when they're really ready, then they may get physical, and then they'll break up with the guy that they are with, or they'll start acting really cold, dismissive, argumentative. Like anytime you're with a woman and she's acting one way, she's like everything's like kind of cool, and then she just start acting really mean and nasty, and you have really done nothing. That means that she kind of wants out of the relationship, and she kind of found somebody else, but she wants you to break up with her. Now, when it gets to a certain extent, she'll pull the trigger, you know. So anyway, though, this should be a lesson for men. I'm pretty sure the players, the bad boys, the Channing Tyrones, y'all already know this, or some of y'all don't even go through this stuff. But for the guys that are like the good guys, the gentlemen, not really talking to the simps, because y'all going to take a while to come out of that. But for the decent guys, this is what's going on, and it's not your fault, you know. So but this is why I will always say, because most of the women that I've ever dated have like a bunch of guy friends. So I would say you have female friends. That way when something happens, you can move on.
They say as a man you should always get a high-paying job so that you can potentially take care of a family. But you should also make sure you have enough spare time to spend with your spouse so that they don't get lonely. If you're a father, you need to be there for and support your children. But don't try to guide them or structure them or especially discipline them in any way, or you're abusive. You're expected to be masculine in order to be attractive. But you should also get in touch with your sensitive side. But not enough to cry, because that makes you look weak. Women are allowed to hit you, but you should never hit them back. If you even want the chance of having a woman, be prepared to take her out to a fancy dinner in a fancy car and get her flowers and drinks and all of that. But don't expect or ask for anything in return, because then you're pushy. Remember, you have to dote on the girl in every possible way. But in the end, it's her decision as to whether or not all of your time and energy was worth her giving you anything in return. And if she leaves you after a 6-year-long relationship, remember, she's just doing what's best for her. But if you leave her after 6 years, you're a scumbag who obviously never cared. Make sure you're intelligent, or women are going to look down on you. But women are always right, so they're going to look down on you anyway. Plus, if you're really smart, they're going to see you as arrogant. And be confident, because confidence is sexy. But don't be cocky. Sleep with too many women and you're just a man whore who's afraid of commitment. But don't sleep with enough women and you're less desirable because of your inexperience. Be independent, but do what you're told. Have high standards, but not high expectations. Accept women at their best and their worst. But change every negative aspect of yourself in order to prove your love. You're a man, you should have all the answers. But if you have all the answers, you're a narcissist.
I still wanna run to you.